so as you know, StreamElements has their own merch store capabilities these days. It's called SE Merch, and I have printed my shirts that way. And today I thought I'd give you an update on what's the difference between the unisex and the women's one, because I got this one first and never actually showed you what the women's one is like. And to summarize, basically, I'm going to delete the women's one off my store because I just don't think it's worth it, and this video is going to tell you why. So here we have my two StreamElements printed shirts. On the left, we've got the unisex/men's, but unisex, whatever. On the right, we've got the women's one. They're both small size, but obviously being unisex, you can see that one's a little bit bigger. But yeah, first thing I noticed straight away, apart from that, obvious shape, is the print on this one is so much bigger, which I prefer. Like, what's the point of a small print? So, point already to the unisex one. And then, I don't know how well this shows up on camera, and so I'll just give you a few angles, but in terms of the color, I don't know if you can tell, but the women's one, it's got slightly more of an orangey kind of red, which, it's fine, but that's not really how it's meant to be. Whereas the unisex one has a bit more of a deeper red, and I actually prefer that. So some immediate differences there. Here's a closer look at the women's one. I'm sorry about all the dog hairs floating around. That's just a hazard of my house. Close up of the women's one. The print quality seems to be fine. It's just the color is a bit, I don't know, kind of weaker and a bit more orangey. Compared to the unisex one, keeping in mind that I've worn it a few times and washed it a few times and it's still looking great. And I think, I can't tell on the phone screen for sure, but I'm pretty sure it already looks better, just especially with that deeper red. So yeah, I'm sorry I can't make sure that you're seeing this accurately, but that's my impression. I do think the unisex one looks nicer. In case anyone cares about this, I've just laid the women's one on top of the unisex one, just so you can see where some differences are. So it's not as long. It's about the same width down the bottom. And obviously the sleeves are smaller. There's much more space here, so if you like baggy ones, unisex is definitely the way to go. Otherwise I'm not sure that there's any other really obvious differences. So next to try it on. Okay, so here I am wearing the women's small from StreamElements merch, and just like the unisex one, the fabric is really soft and really comfortable. Also, the neck hole is decent. So, with some brands, sometimes they make the women's one smaller for some reason, and it's really annoying, but that is really nice. So yeah, it's a good t-shirt, feels nice, but I just don't see what the need for a women's shirt is, because when I try on the unisex one, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need a women's specific one. The only difference is maybe you get slightly more shape in the waist if that's important to you. But, if you're buying my merch, you care more about my artwork rather than having some kind of shape, and there's not even that much there. So if you want a small waist kind of shape, wouldn't you just buy something that has that built in instead of going specifically for my merch? So I'm a bit yeah, it's fine, but I don't need that. And then the only thing that's a little bit annoying for me personally is, the sleeve holes are smaller, and I do notice, I do feel it. And that is just it's fine, it's not too bad, but I really do prefer the bigger sleeve holes of the unisex one, and so I'm just not seeing any benefit to this. You get a smaller print, smaller sleeves, and the only thing you get is a little bit of slightly feminine look. That's it. But yeah, no, it is comfortable. I just, to me, it makes no sense to have it. Look, I got a full range of movement. That's great. That's fun. I'm wearing a white skirt, so you can see, how far it goes. But I'm just I think I'm going to discontinue it because I would rather people get my design as big as possible. Now, I'll just change into the unisex one so you can see the difference. And I'm sorry I'm not using the background, I just can't be bothered. But yeah, just what's the point of the women's one? I'm the only one who's purchased a women's version of my own thing, even amongst women I know who have bought my stuff. And I'm just yeah, I'll just delete it off the website because who needs it? People can always ask me if they do want it again, but I'm going to stick to the unisex one and I'll show you what that's like. And here we are with unisex, and you can see there's not a huge amount of difference except that I get the larger print. This is a little bit longer, but not by a lot, and these sleeve holes, they're so nice. I love big sleeves. And so to me, this is just the superior choice, it's more comfortable, you get more print. same range of movement, probably more without like distorting the print too much. It falls back nicely. And hey, if you really want that waist, you can always just like pin it back a little bit and then boom, there you go. It is a bit long, like, so maybe you'd be getting towards a dress at some point looking like that, but no, I prefer this heaps more. So I mean, I don't regret buying the women's one because I wanted to see what it was like so I can tell you the difference. And I can still wear it because it's comfortable, and now I've got 2 of my own shirts and I feel like I should get more. But I just don't think there's any point in selling this to my followers. Yeah, because, you know, also I can see now in the screen for myself, like even just from here, the color difference. I definitely prefer how it came out on the unisex one, and they were printed at different places. So my one caveat, I guess, would be they do have a lot of different printing places, and so I'm in Australia and Sydney. Whoever printed these for me may not be the same as whoever prints it for people overseas, but this is all I have to go on. And, you know, even printing aside, because both of them look decent quality and this one has lasted a few washes, so I'm happy with that. Printing aside, just in terms of the shape of the shirt, because I think they're all like Bella and canvas. I don't even know what that is, but they both feel nice. They're really nice fabric, but shape-wise, I think that's going to be consistent regardless of where you buy it. And I just think that the unisex one is a better choice. I want my fans, followers, cult members to get the better one, bigger print, and we can all, you know, go out and strut our stuff. So going forward, I'm going to like delete the women's one off my merch store, and I'll just stick to this one, and then I will start making more designs. Hopefully, I'm trying to get my shit together for that. But yeah, no, I hope this is helpful, not just for people who follow me, but people who are getting started on SE merch. Maybe this will give you an idea of which one should you go for, which one should you promote to your people, and yeah, anyone who wants to buy it, I would go for the unisex one, because this is heaps better than this. So yeah, that's my rant and ramble. Subscribe, Chronicler!